Okay, so I'm not going to pretend that I haven't already just watched this, because I wasn't expecting it to be like a full trailer with like shit to talk about, and it is. So I reacted to the last sort of big trailer that they did. It wasn't like the first trailer, which was a teaser, but I reacted to like the main trailer last time, and we spoke about some theories and things, and we've spoken about in podcasts and stuff, our theories for the plot. This showed a lot of new stuff, so we're going to watch it again, and then I'm going to talk about it, and we're going to have a little bit of a discussion about it, because there's a lot in here, okay? So let's do this.
Famous around the world, please welcome the Fantastic Four.
They've got their little team alert things. I love the way that it feels so retro and like cartoony.
Woman, Human Torch.
That's brilliant.
I love you, Johnny!
And the Thing.
Hey, what time is it? Say the thing.
That's not really something I say.
It's clobbering time.
That's just in the cartoon.
We
Never
like
looked
it
for
when
something
Johnny
better.
makes
Let's
the
see.
four.
Hey, what time is it?
And that's
It's
like,
dinner time. Get inside.
that's going to be a running gag, it seems, is the clobbering time thing.
I herald his beginning. I herald your end.
Oh, chills.
I herald.
That looks cool. Is that like where Galactus is chilling? Is like on this machine world? What is he doing there?
Out of here, man. Hold on.
And they showed so much of him, but
don't
not
know.
his face. They're doing such a good job of not showing his
The
face.
clock is ticking. We are going to find a solution. We are going to make it right.
You don't want to just crush him.
I like that. The four of us will face the danger.
I feel like there's so
We will
much of this
protect
film
you.
that they're not showing. And I'm so happy about it.
It's about connecting to something.
We got
bigger
Franklin
than
in
yourself.
here. We saw him in a little teaser. Now, I don't know
Face
what
it
that
together.
is.
As a family.
They're chasing him down the street in the car. That's brilliant.
What time is it, Ben?
No.
What time is it?
He's got the beard.
Johnny,
Say it!
I don't wanna.
Say it!
And how in the world is Johnny carrying him? Oh, I missed that shot first time around of Reed climbing Galactus. So, we just watched the Fantastic Four trailer, so we're going to have a little bit of a breakdown. We're going to have break down the trailer. I'm not going to have a breakdown over it. But it was a pretty good trailer. It still didn't really tell us what the hell is going on, other than Galactus is coming and he's going after the Earth. It seems like pretty cut and dry that's the plot and that's what's happening, and let's see whether or not they can win or escape. We know that they're going to escape, but I think it's like the process and the journey that we're going on to get there, right? That's the appeal here. And I thought that this trailer actually did a really good job of, because like we got those early reviews in, right, of like the test screeners and people saying like, oh well, this was good, this was bad, and some of the criticism was that they didn't really feel like a family too much. They didn't really have great chemistry, and I thought that they sold the chemistry and the bond that the four of them have in this trailer really, really well. I think that this trailer did a lot to help. We got some new shots of them using their powers. We saw some more Mr. Fantastic stuff, which I think we've all been waiting for. We saw them, I'm assuming, visiting the moon. There's that like footprint shot. I don't know if that's them going to the moon to go see John Malkovich's character, because yeah, he's in this. We saw him like at a glimpse. But my favorite shot was the Silver Surfer in the distance with like just the fire rain behind her. She looked amazing in that shot, and I like that they're using the Herald lingo here, and they didn't focus too much on Silver Surfer in this trailer, which I'm glad, because we got a lot of Silver Surfer in the last trailer, and they're sort of limiting and teasing Galactus, and it's clear it's going to be like, you know, a two-man power trip between Silver Surfer and Galactus. We've got a lot of heavy firepower on that side that the Fantastic Four have got to deal with. So I'm glad that they're limiting like how much we're seeing them. They're sort of both sharing the limelight quite a bit. We saw like plenty of Franklin in this trailer as well. But yeah, the most intriguing thing to me was the Fantastic Four going to what seems like a celestial scrapyard. Galactus was like, I don't know if he was being assembled or if he was putting armor on. I don't really know what was going on there, but like it had something being sort of fixed onto his arm. It looked like he was having armor attached, right? So I'm wondering if, and like he's relatively the same size as when we see him on the scrap heap world and then when we see him on Earth. So I'm wondering if maybe the armor restricts him from changing size. Can he change the size of the armor? I don't know. But they teased like his chest plate and stuff, and I mean we've seen him at this point because of the render that they released, and we've seen like, you know, the popcorn bucket and things like that. So we have seen him, but I'm still grateful that they've not bothered to show him like actually in the film yet. I think that there's still an element of surprise there, which is quite cool. And, you know, the big reveal is going to be what his face looks like, basically. We know the actor, but what is he going to actually look like when we see him? And I'm really excited for it. I have no idea how they're going to go around doing this. But this was the other thing that I thought that was quite interesting. So there's been a theory that there's going to be a time jump or like a long period of time sort of condensed down maybe into like a montage or a time skip or whatever. And here we've got a shot of Paris, which I was like, that's the Eiffel Tower. I was really thrown off by it. And like, what is this big thing next to it? Well, I'm assuming because there's another one in the distance, they get the initial message from, you know, the Herald of Galactus as like a warning that Galactus is coming. Because usually the Silver Surfers are like kind of against their will working for Galactus is like the general gist that I get. So I think that she sort of comes in advance to say like, hey, you might want to get the fuck out of here because big fella's on his way, right? So in the meantime, then we have like the Fantastic Four trying to figure out, okay, well, maybe they go see him and speak to him first. And they're like, give us a bit of time, maybe. I don't know. But I think that these are like planetary defenses that in that time skip Reed has designed. And they're going to try and hold off Galactus, I guess. These are defenses set up around the world, it seems. So you've got like a couple in France, you've got a couple, you know, dotted around Europe and dotted around America and stuff. And whatever they are, maybe it's a force field going around the entire planet. That would be insane. If like Sue gets powerful enough that they can like channel a force field around the planet. Whoa. That would be... Because they're hyping up the fact that like every time they show her as Invisible Woman, she's not invisible. She's doing force fieldy shit. So I'm saying that's my prediction for what is going on there. I think that they're like some sort of force field enhancers, and they're going to try and just, you know, hold Galactus off until he gets bored or something. I don't know. Or until they can evacuate the planet. And then the big zinger, the Thing's got a beard. Which is probably the most telling thing about like them doing a time jump, I guess. I believe this is from a Hickman run. I don't know what Hickman run. I don't know if it's the Ultimate Fantastic Four. I don't know. I know that Hickman's done a lot of Fantastic Four stuff. They seem to be taking a lot of inspiration from, I think it's Alex Ross in his art, like that hyper-realistic sort of art. So we've got like a meshing of styles here. Have I got... No, I haven't got anything else after that. But yeah, this was a really, really interesting trailer. I don't know if, like, it wasn't structured in a way that I think was as good as the other trailers, but it showed a lot of new stuff, I think, to, like, get people, you know, remind people, oi, you know, Fantastic Four is just around the corner. We're 4 weeks away. I think they've been outshined a little bit by Superman. There's been a lot of Superman. So I'm glad that they sort of threw out a trailer that was quite a heavy hitter without actually revealing Galactus. Very, very excited for it. I'm really, really excited to see how they get off the planet. Is there at all any reference to Doom in this film? Because they did reshoot some stuff after the filming for Doomsday started. They could have very easily shot some extra scenes and put Doom in here somewhere. Whether it's an end credit, mid credit, whether it's in the actual film. Are we going to see Doom? It would be wild if we don't. But at the same time, like, because this is the last Fantastic Four film for the next year and a half. So, just the last Marvel film for the next year and a half. So, I think we need to see him. But yeah, like, how do they escape? When do they escape? What are they escaping at what cost? You know, are we going to see anything in the 616 of when they arrive? Do we get to see where they land? Do we get to see, you know, cameos of other characters that they first encounter? I think there's a lot about this film that is still a good mystery that warrants going to see it. A lot of people have kind of downplayed the Fantastic Four film and have said, like, oh, well, we already know that they're going to survive. Since when do you go to a superhero film, you know, like, expecting them all to die? Obviously, you're not expecting any of them to die. So, I don't know. I don't really understand the mindset behind some of it. But I think the plot for this is going to be very, very interesting. And I'm very excited for it. Again, it's the last stop before Doomsday, which makes it so important. And I really hope that it makes good money. And I hope it's a good film. So, let me know what you thought about it down below. There's also a breakdown of the first 3 episodes of Ironheart going out on the channel. It might already be out, I don't know. But feel free to go check that out. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.